Well, everybody, welcome back. My name is EonShiKeno, and today I've got a new dude with me, a friend of mine who I've been playing Starcraft with for a long time. His name is Time Lord.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. So basically, we're just going to analyze or talk about
Analyze.
analyze. That's the real word if you want to use real words. But we're just going to analyze some 1v1 games I've played. Not really cast them, so it's going to be a little bit different than other games where I just cast games by myself. So this is going to be more of a relaxed analysis type of play. So anyway, let's get to the game. We're on Blistering Sands, and I'm Zerg. My opponent's Protoss, Red Protoss, doing some Chrono boosting. And I'm going for a Extractor pool build. What do you think this matchup in general, TJ? Or Time Lord?
That's pretty cool. On this map, having those black rocks kind of sucks with the Zerg. You really can't fast expand too well. So, yeah.
True, but I mean, it could also suck for the Protoss player if they do decide to fast expand also. But normally, you're right, the Zerg player will expand more often than not. But some interesting shit going down in my natural. My opponent Ready Set Cheese threw down that pylon to block my expansion. But little does he know, I'm not even going to expand.
Yeah, that's pretty good metagame there.
Metagame, da da da. So I got a probe or a drone in his base, trying to block that Cybernex core as long as possible because I know I'm going to rush him. So I'm just trying to delay that over there. And he's actually supply blocked right now, so that's a little bit of a mistake on his part. Finally gets his Cybernex core down. And I kill that pylon at my natural, but I'm just going to not even give a fuck. I'm going to ignore that, and I'm just going to produce some units. Getting a queen, etc.
So what's your plan going into this so far?
Sometimes, I hate to say it, I just kind of wing it when I play solo on ladder. I was gonna do I'll see the matchup like, oh, okay, it's this map. I'm gonna do I'll either narrow it down like I'm either gonna fast expo or I'm just gonna one base early and do some pressure and then expand. This game I figured I'd do some one basing, especially since he went and tried to block my expansion. At this point, he thinks I'm going to expo just because if you look at his vision, he doesn't see anything. He saw the pylon. He put the pylon up. I killed this pylon, and he's assuming I'm expoing. So he's going to be able to play. He's going to play safe and not really expect any type of pressure. And I'm going to do the exact opposite, which is apply a bunch of pressure with speedlings and banelings.
Yeah, I see you going for the quick speeds. That can really control the map early on, and having a Zerg control the map with speedlings is really essential versus Protoss, especially them going stalkers. So it's a pretty good strategy.
Yeah, I'm really going to try to abuse the Xel'Naga towers in this map, get as much vision as possible. At this point, I sprinted the Xel'Naga towers. I saw him pushing out. I've only got 4 Zerglings out. He's got a Zealot and a Stalker, so he can pretty much crush me. And so I'm just going to hang back and get some more Zerglings. I'm trying to hide the fact that I've got a lot of Zerglings. He's going to come up and scout, see I don't have an expansion. At this point, he should probably be thinking, okay, is he going to pressure me or does he have a hidden expansion? And back at his base, he's only got 3 warp gates, and is he actually going to build another one? Yeah, he just threw down another one, so maybe he's anticipating an attack coming. Not quite sure.
Yeah, he's going to 4 warp gates, but he got his assimilator late, so he's going to have a lot less sentries to deal with those lings and banelings.
Ah, good point, good point. Which is going to be extremely valuable because you definitely have to have sentries and zealots if you want to deal with like a baneling bust. So I've hid my units pretty well. I'm just going to do some scouting. I saw him push out to my natural. I thought he was going to go for a push then, so I checked for a proxy pylon, and I'm just going to go control the Xel'Naga towers and get in position to drop some banelings bombs on his face. Now, at this point, I probably instead of going for the point of this strategy is complete surprise. If he sees my banelings coming, he can get 2 sentries up, and then I'm kind of screwed, and I'm forced to have to take out the back rocks. But the back rocks is kind of like a backup plan. I'm just making a lot of Zerglings. And he actually did send a probe to that top center expo. I'm not quite sure if that was for scouting or whatnot, but he did go up there.
Yeah, probably because he didn't see you have an expansion yet. He was worried about where that second expansion or your first expansion even was. Yeah. But he doesn't see anything yet.
He sees it now, and right now my banelings are going to come up and get in the front of his base, and I think Shizra made a pretty big mistake in miscalculating. That was a pretty big mistake on my part. I was thinking, do I have enough banelings to kill that Cybernex core on Warpgate? And I obviously didn't. I should have just went for the Zealot, killed the Zealot, and funneled in all my Zerglings in right then. And I think I could have just won it right there. But unfortunately...
Yeah, he did only have one force field, so if you could have broke past that, and since he only had one force field, that really could have helped you there. But he did warp in another sentry to get a force field out.
Yeah. So I think I should have just dumped all those banelings on that one zealot, killed it for sure, instead of trying to kill the buildings. I don't know why. Sometimes you just do stupid shit in ladder. And, so right now I'm kind of panicked. I'm like, oh shit. I'm going to try and kill these destructible rocks, but no, he comes up there and stops it. But I do have that natural up and getting ready to start producing. Right now I know I have map control because I've got all the Zerglings. He has to play defensive, and I can just kind of macro up for the time being, getting out my second queen and whatnot.
Yeah, he is getting that +1 upgrade for his Zealots to hurt those Lings, two-shot him. So that's a pretty good upgrade for him to do, since he sees you going a lot of Lings.
Yeah, pretty smart choice on his part. And he's pushing out here, building quite a few units, just enough to, I think he's actually going to go and expand right now. And I'm just kind of, at this point, I have map control. I'm kind of bored, so I'm just using all my Zerglings. I'm just rallying them around the map, checking for proxy pylons to make sure he's not going to warp in anything behind my Zerglings and kind of sneak in my base, because that has happened to me before, especially on Scrap Station. And there we got the his natural being set up. He's getting his Nexus, going to play safe, going to build up a lot of units. He is getting that robotics facility, so he may be going for Colossus. I can't quite remember.
Yeah, it looks like he's just sticking on 4 gates for now, and he is getting a second forge. So, and he is upgrading his armor. So it looks like he's going for a lot of upgrades and just sticking with warp gate units for now.
Yeah, definitely signal a sign of a smart player who definitely likes to play for mid-late game, getting upgrades and getting an expansion. While me, I was going for like a really early aggression, but I did have that backup expansion if it did fail, which my rush did fail, unfortunately. Even though I think it did have the possibility of actually working, just to do the surprise factor. And I was trying to take out the destructible rocks at the top. And at this point, I see him pushing through the bottom of the map, and I think, okay, he's not going to be guarding his base. I'm going to send all my Lings into his base and try and get some kills.
Yeah, and it looks like that's going to be working here. You're going straight into his base. He has no defenses. His army is on the other side of the map, so it looks like you're going to do a lot of economical damage here.
And the first thing I would see when I run in his base, I see one pylon powering a Cybernex core. I'm going to kill that pylon and kill the other pylon powering a bunch of warp gates and forges. Killing that pylon with the Cybernex core, he's not going to be able to make any more stalkers, so it's just basically going to be Zealots.
And at the same time, I see his armies taking out your second. What were you thinking as this was happening?
I was trying to throw up a bunch of spine crawlers in my natural to stop him, because I was hoping he was going to come back and that was going to buy me more time. But this time I realized he was going to go all in at this point. So we're basically going to do some base trading. He's going to take out my natural, and I'm going to try and take out all of his production capabilities. So even if he continues on in my base, he's not going to have any reinforcements. He actually pulled all the probes from his main, and he's going to just attack me with probes and everything. And you can even see he put up a proxy pylon outside of my natural to warp in units, but at this point I completely killed all his production, so actually except for one warp gate. So, and I'm just throwing down a bunch of spine crawlers just to try and buy time, and I did get that Hydralisk didn't get up because I noticed he was going a bunch of warp gate units, so I'm just trying to get some Hydras out.
At this point, did you think that you had it, or what were you thinking at this point when you saw so many units in your base?
It was super close right here. At this point, he throws on those force fields. I was kind of worried. I wasn't quite sure what was going on right now. He's got so many units in my base, but I think a problem that he's going with here is he just attacks straight into my spine crawlers. It's like my spine crawlers, aren't going to get up and chase him down. He could maybe go for something else, but throwing down some pretty good force fields, trying to protect himself. But my Hydras in the back are doing so much damage. You get some really nice transfusions off, saving that last spine crawler and essentially breaking the rest of his army.
Yeah, 4 of your Hydras have about 15 kills between them, so it looks like they're racking up tons of damage there, and that looks like that's what held off that big attack from him.
Yeah, but he did make a decision. At that point, you kind of have to decide. That's the thing about doing run-bys with Zerglings. You have to either force your opponent to take all their units, go in, attack your base, or fall back to their base and play defensive. And he chose the decision of, going for an attack. I think it might have worked. Maybe the only things he could have done better instead of attacking straight into those spine crawlers, he could have maybe sat on the left side of my base, killed the spawning pool, just sat there, played defensive, used maybe some better force fields. Because whenever I came in from behind with all my Zerglings, because as soon as I killed off both of his that one Nexus, and I just brought all my Zerglings back to my base because I knew I was going to need those Zerglings to win this game.
Yeah, definitely. Those spine crawlers really helped you. Bought you a lot of time for him wasting hitting those spine crawlers.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if he wouldn't have wasted that time killing my geysers at my natural and killing that hatchery at my natural, if he just would have like killed like whatever units I had there and just went straight to my main and it like not got caught up killing buildings, he probably could have got to my base, killed those spine crawlers before they got up. Because those spine crawlers bought me so much time to get Hydra out, and those Hydra just do so much damage against warp gate units.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this new type of commentary thing going on here. I might do some more if you guys enjoy it. But maybe we might do some 2v2 games because me and Time Lord, we do a bunch of 2v2. So we might do some dual commentary casts on 2v2. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys later.